Saturday in Atlanta, just 24 hours before the big game. Radio Row has completely closed down for the week. It's like a ghost town over there. Not here in the NFL Experience though. All the fans are in town. This place is jam-packed and there's a hell of a lot going on. Let's go and find out more. I know it's been a common theme of the show this week that we're saying things are getting bigger and bigger every year, but they really are. The NFL Experience is always great fun to do. It is relentless in here. I mean, it is the biggest I've ever seen it. Super Bowl Experience is great fun. It must be an absolute nightmare if you're very badly hungover. Time for our first guest today. Cameron Lynch, going to be joining me in the TalkSport booth on Sunday for the game. Knows the Rams very well, of course, because he had a stint with them. So get into McVay, Goff with him. Really interesting chat. Let's hear from him. Let's talk about McVay, because he's one of those characters that this week everybody's talking about. His age, of course, is exceptional to be the youngest head coach in Super Bowl history. The energy the man has, he's just an effervescent character. That's from us as the media watching him and listening to him. What's it like playing for him?
He's 33 years old. He paints the picture for everybody. I can tell people here in this room, he had the cook in there. He had the media people in there. Everybody there is engaged. Everybody knows what's going on to get ready for this next upcoming game. So, like I said, when he's cooking the eggs, when they're making the shakes, they're like, hey, this is to get you ready for the Eagles. This is to get you ready for any other team that we're playing this week. So he does a great job painting the picture.
He's hands-on as well.
Hands-on.
Let's talk a bit about you, because obviously playing, broadcasting, getting into that this week and be working with us. So you're looking already way ahead and planning different moves. Tell us about the move into broadcasting.
So I started in college. Cams was my show. That was my meat and potatoes. It was bad. I had a collar shirt with basketball shorts on.
Nice.
So it was tough, but the concept was great. It was like a Players Tribune concept where I'm getting my players and my guys active. Whether guys are cooking, whether guys are singing, the fans will know that. So I do different things like that to help boost the athlete, and I think that's what it should be about, right? We're playing the game. Our voices should be heard. We have a helmet on, unlike the basketball players. So
sure.
We need more, and I provided that in my own show, and I want to continue doing that.
And building the brand. I mean, that's something that's really noticeable, discernible when you're on Radio Row in the middle of the Super Bowl, that everybody gets it, whether you're a current player, former player, legend, celebrity, everybody gets that this is all part of the game.
Yes. There's a lot of celebrities here, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see a different avenue behind the scenes. I think as an athlete, we have to respect the media people and vice versa. So I think this gives me a great understanding. So then when I do go back into the locker room, I'm like, hey, this is how it should be done. Call the guys by their name. Say hello before you walk into the room. Get to know who's shooting the camera, because at the end of the day, they have the power of the lighting. They have the power of the production. They can make you look great if they want you to. So treat them as people and go about your business.
Yeah, all about respect. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to working with you on Sunday. Can I put you on the spot for a prediction, or are we going to save that till Sunday's live broadcast?
We'll say that to Sunday. I know as a broadcast we have to be unbiased, we'd be down the middle, so we're going to say that for Sunday at kickoff.
Bang on the money. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. Much love.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
So this is called an auction, Breast Cancer Awareness and Salute to Service, the NFL's official charities. Got to be very careful, Andrew, that when you're raising the camera, you don't accidentally bid for a signed Gronkowski jersey for $900, because that's our entire budget. So we heard from Ross Tucker, the hardest working man in showbiz, a little bit earlier on this week. He talked about his podcast, about his Sirius gig. What about the game? Let's see how he thinks Sunday's going to go.
Oh, this is easy. Patriots, and it's very simple. It's out of my own fear of failure. So here's how I look at it, Nat. If I pick the Patriots and somehow the Rams win, on Monday, I'll be like, okay, well, good for the Rams. If I pick the Rams and the Patriots win, on Monday I'll say, you are such a moron. you are an idiot. Why would you pick against the Patriots? Are you stupid or something? What are you doing? So I just don't want to do that. I want to go Patriots, and then I'll just be happy. If they lose, I'll be able to live with it. I can sleep at night if they lose, knowing I picked the Patriots, but not if I pick the Rams.
Knowing you probably get about 90 minutes sleep at night, given all the work that you do.
I'm trying, man. I'm hustling like you, Nat.
Lots of fun stuff the fans can get involved with. The obstacle course as part of the scouting combine. I've seen a number of NFL scouts here looking for talent, so this could be my big moment as I get involved with that a little bit later on. Let's have more game breakdown now. Our friend Paolo Bandini in town, and we talked about Sunday with him. Now, Paolo Bandini, I know the answer to this question. Our listeners probably don't, and there is a backstory to it as well. You have picked a winner for Super Bowl 53. And you nailed your colours to the mast very early doors this season.
Yeah, I picked my winner for the Super Bowl in September. That's how I roll. I picked both teams, got them right, picked the winner.
That's how I roll.
So that's what I got to do. Come on, I mean, listen to this show. They heard me call the Colts to reach the playoffs in pre-season.
That's become, as we roll up to the end of our first season, a legendary moment in the NFL show, of course, because we being me and Carlson, would fairly skeptical, I think it's fair to say, about that one. Who's got egg on their face now, huh?
Is that why Carlson isn't here right now? Because he just doesn't want to see me? He can't handle it. You know, my predictions have been so prescient this season.
He's at the Cheetah Lounge. There's an all-day buffet. So, the Rams.
The Rams. So the Rams are going to go where I didn't go, or at least the MVP will. They're going to go to Disneyland, and they're going to do it.
Against the White House if they win?
Well, who knows? I mean, frankly, would Tom Brady, who's of course sort of notoriously has a personal friendship with Donald Trump, but when they won in 2017, there was a family emergency and he couldn't go. So it would be interesting to see if that happened. But who knows about going to the White House? I'll take the Rams, and I'll take them in part because I want to, once you get things a little right at the beginning of the season, you kind of feel like you have to see it through to its conclusion. But also because in the end, I find this an incredibly hard game to call. I think that these teams are both really well matched. I think that, again, if the single biggest factor that I can't determine for this game, because I'm not in the Rams locker room and I'm not in his close circle, obviously, is what state is Todd Gurley in. I think if we get nothing from Todd Gurley, if we get a Saints performance from Todd Gurley, I think the Patriots will win. Yeah. My hunch is that Todd Gurley was well enough to play a significant role in the Cowboys game, all right? So it wasn't like he was so broken that he couldn't play in that game. Of course, he split the carries to an extent with Anderson in that game, but he still played a big role in that game. He's had an extra bye week to recover, and he didn't take that many carries in the NFC title game. My hunch is he's going to be a, maybe not early season Todd Gurley, but definitely a good Todd Gurley. And I think that with a good Todd Gurley, this becomes a very tight one indeed.
The one-handed bench press. That man is strong. One of the many things you can do in Atlanta. We caught up with CNN's Kate Riley to find out a little bit more about other things you can get up to.
There is so much to do here, and yes, Atlanta gets a bad rap as a sports city, but we have a great MLS team, just won the MLS Cup in their second year of existence. Really exciting team. The fans just chant and stand for 90 minutes. It's great to go to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium where concessions are like $2 hot dogs, $2 Cokes, and that's what will be the experience at Super Bowl Sunday as well. But away from sport, I would highly recommend Ponce City Market, which used to be the Sears building. And
that's where I was there last night for the Around the NFL show, right?
See, you're too cool for us.
It's Greg Rosenthal's the cool one. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, so that used to be a warehouse. Sears, obviously, a huge department store, historic department store here in the States. And then again, like going back to this wave of gentrification, they developed that into a mass food hall and somewhere you can go hang out. And also next door to that is something called the Beltline, and that is reclaimed railway line that they have landscaped, and lots of cool bars and restaurants have popped up along the Beltline. And when that was pitched some 10 years ago, people in the city were like, no, that's never going to work. And now that's like the hottest ticket in town, apart from Atlanta United, of course.
Of course. A lot of the talk this week has been about the fitness of Todd Gurley. We'll find out soon enough. If he does have a big game, could well be on course for MVP. Speaking of which, let's check in with Sully to find out the other runners and riders. Talk us through the market as it stands, where you think the value is, and maybe a sleeper pick there.
Well, I think it's kind of a key one. If you want to back the Patriots to win the game, I think you're probably best off backing Brady at 2.23 to win the MVP, which is a pretty good price. I think most sports
You mean
books.
instead?
Instead, absolutely. Because if you look back in previous Super Bowls, even the one against Atlanta a couple of years ago, Brady had a couple of picks, and James White had 3 touchdowns, and he didn't get it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
obviously there were passing touchdowns as well from Brady, but the general narrative as well. Unless Brady has an absolute stinker,
Yes.
then he will get the MVP.
Sure.
You
And
know?
it's I'll go if they're not really getting pressure on him. The Patriots win.
Exactly, and you know the other side of it is, Nat, I think if you want to back the Rams on the money line,
Goff's not as clear cut then.
but honestly, how did the Rams win this game without Jared Goff having a great game?
Well, I think you can have a passable game. I mean, I guess that's interesting because the running backs, of course, that's been split now, so it's hard for one of those to emerge. And as you said, James White's a great example, right, to emerge to the point where he's going to get MVP. Receivers, look, they've got Cooks, they've got Woods, but is anyone really going to have the kind of game that's going to give MVP? But Aaron Donald's the one for me that I think is interesting.
That could be a big play. I think he's about 20-1 at the moment, 20.0. And
if he's a monster game.
Absolutely. It's been a while since the defensive MVP was at Von Miller against the Panthers a couple of years ago.
Super Bowl
but again,
50.
obviously that was Peyton Manning.
Malcolm
did absolutely
Smith a few
nothing
years
that
back
day.
before as well, so it's possible.
It is possible. I think if you're looking for a flyer, they are probably the guys to look at.
You figured Saturday before Super Bowl, the shop's going to be packed. That is an understatement. I'm trying to work out how much money must be being made in this shop. The queues, the lines for the tills are massive. Anything you can think of. There's a Build-A-Bear stand, which I'm going to obviously go and check out as well. Amazing. Blimey, I need to sit down after that. That was bloody intense in the shop. Great, and I'll definitely be getting some swag, but decompression chamber and ice bath coming up next, I think. And that's really been what this week is all about in the build-up to the game. Loads of hype, excess, pageantry, you name it. That's the Super Bowl week. But it is, of course, all about one thing, the big game, and all those interviews you saw earlier on in their entirety over on the pod. So download, subscribe, you know the drill by now, at the NFL Show Pod on social media. Lots of extra stuff going out on there. Most importantly of all, enjoy the game, because that is why we're here.